what you're looking at here is the first prototype truss, and I believe that this truss is good enough to actually use. So I'm happy with the design so far, and now I can duplicate these. So my first design, my initial design, was going to have one layer, and I was going to cut every piece exactly to where they can butt up against each other, and then I'd use these nail plates to hold them together. But these are expensive, and I'm not so sure about how well they hold together, plus they're not reusable. For instance, if I messed up the design, it's very difficult to remove these and still use them. Whereas screws, you can just take out and reuse. So it makes things a lot easier to deal with. So the top piece will have 2 screws and then this on each side. And I decided to go to a 2-layer design. So what we have is the bottom, which is a 2x10, and then this on the bottom. And on the top layer, we have this 8-footer, this 12-footer, and then these 2 braces. Initially I had 1 brace there and 1 brace here, but I was looking at this, and honestly, this is 1902 old growth lumber, and it's probably as strong as a modern 2x10. There's not going to be any weight on it, and so I think that actually doesn't need a brace there. I can always add one later, but for now I don't need that one. And plus it'll add a nice big area right here. I added this piece because otherwise it would, it wouldn't be level. It would just be kind of like leaning, and so if I built another one on top of it, they would all kind of lean. But with this one, it's nice and level, so I can just kind of build them off this one. Then I doubled up on these ones because that is 1902 hardwood lumber, or old growth lumber, but that'll have solar panels, and that'll be the side of the roof that I'll be walking on. So I doubled up on those just to be safe, and I'm actually really happy with the design. I feel like it's very sturdy. I put it up, and it seemed to hold on fine. Now the trusses are going to be sitting directly on the 4x4s, at least 5 of them, but then 3 of the trusses will be sitting between the 4x4s, and I'll be using braces to hold that up just to make it more sturdy. But yeah, 5 out of 8 trusses will be held up directly on top of the 4x4s, so that'll help things quite a bit. I bought myself some of these 10x4 screws, and I've been going through and replacing all the screws on here. I'm planning to put about 8 screws on the end of each one, so that'll be more than enough to hold it. I know you guys have been worrying about shear strength, but like each one of these screws can hold like 700 pounds before it snaps. So I think 8 of them on each section will be more than enough. So we're gonna have to finish up that one truss and kind of just like put the nail plates and stuff on it, but we will need a 2'8" piece, a 3' piece, and a 4.5" piece. And so I will rummage through my storage unit, and I have 8 of those already cut just from whatever they were connected to at the Red Rooster or other buildings. So that's one good thing about reclaiming lumber. Sometimes you just have exactly what you need and you don't have to waste time like cutting it. So that's cool. So we have enough to make at least 2. So let's go and make those 2. You know, I really hate these because every time I try to put them in, the other side pops out. What a piece of shit. Oh shit, I was way off. Fuck it, whatever. Alright, I fucking hate these things. Piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. Alright, I'm officially sick and tired of these damn things. How about I take all those, the rest of the plates back, because it's like 30 bucks for those nail plate things, and I just put one on each side of these. I mean, yeah, it'll work. Well, would you look at that? I've just made a truss that hangs itself up. I've lowered the center of gravity or raised it or whatever it is. So now I can move it to wherever I need it to be and I don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to slowly walk this all the way over there. I should probably put the 4-inch screws in before I do that. I should have already put the 4-inch screws before doing this. Ooh. Well, it's still standing up, so that's good. Oh no. Nail. Whoops. The stability of the structure has improved so much just from those two boards. It's amazing. You know, it's times like this that hoarding really pays off. So these plates are like from some cubicle partition divider things that I saved. They look useful. Look at that. So much better than these nail plates that I couldn't get to work, and so much better than trying to toenail some screws in there. So I have some of these 1¼ inch screws. They should go in there fine. So what do you think?
I like it.
Pretty cool. I'm very pleased with it. Very, very pleased. And those brackets really sped things up and make things.
The other brackets.
Well, and also they made it so much nicer too, because the other ones I kind of like ran, like, I guess is the term toenailing.
Yeah.
I toenailed the screws in there. I don't know if that's strong enough. So I wish I would have found them earlier, but I can always.
Toenailed and that.
No, on this one they're just that.
Just that.
And so
That's 4 each.
Well, I can always add more later, and I'll probably add ones on the other side, and I'll add ones to the other trusses, and it's just, I'm happy with it how it is.
And you said you're making rat runs?
Yeah, rat runs. So, I only need to make 2 more trusses. I'll make that in the next video. So, I think it's pretty much it for this video. It's been a lot for one video, like 2.5 weeks.
You put 2 or 3 up today?
2. I put 2 up today. So,
up yesterday.
Yeah. So, this truss will be the one from here,
right.
And then we have a scissor truss that'll give like up to here.
Yep.
And so about by my head height. And I realized that I have 2 of these that I didn't mean to order, so I have 2 extra, and that will be the exact length of this. So I'll put, I believe it's called a rat run. It'll be like one board of a 2x8, I believe, going across there, screwed down, and another one right here. And that'll help, it'll help stabilize it, and it'll help make it so I can actually stand up there without like having
worrying.
Well, worrying, but also not having to make a temporary platform, because the platform, I'll probably put a little bit of a floor down, not as much as this, but just some junk so I can stand up there. the trusses, before I put like the rat runs on, I'm gonna anchor them down like this.
Oh yeah.
I think that's probably good enough. And then in the middle, I'll probably do something like imagine this is right here. This is the thing. I'll have it like right here and right here. I'll figure it out, but either way, I think it's good enough for keeping that level. And so I'll have 4 of these for each one. Oh, sorry. Some screws across there. Well, there's gonna be 5-foot sections, and the 5-foot sections will go from here up to here, screwed into there, and that'll add some horizontal stability.
Oh, yeah. So where will your entrance here be in the middle?
My entrance?
To up here.
Well, I'm thinking about having, so a workbench is kind of suspended from the wall, so it can have like no legs on the workbenches, so anything can be underneath them. But I'm thinking about having a ladder that's like a library ladder. The ladder goes back and forth.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And the ladder might come up here. Or, since the cat's getting old, and I know the cat will want to be up here.
She'll need steps.
Yes. So,
steps.
I'm thinking maybe make like step storage, kind of like those Japanese step storage things.
Yeah.
And have them going down here, so the cat can get up here, because I mean the cat has to.
I was actually gonna make around our living room the little shelves that the cat can get up on the walls and stuff. Yep. But put guardrails on it so she didn't fall off.
You can't put anything on the shelves though, so they're not shelves.
Cat shelves.
Okay, that works. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out, and I'm getting a little tired of this. I think I might take a break and figure out these trusses, because that's a whole different design.
This is a wonderful thing to find.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
These are little bit gimme things.
Yeah, well, there's nothing underneath these.
Will there eventually be something?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a piece of wood.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.